Oh.
Hey everybody, this is Unauthorized Access with your host Chase,
Brad,
And Chad.
and with our guest
Ricky.
He's not a special guest, mind you. He's
No,
just
not
a
special.
guest.
No, everyone hates me.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
I'm just here.
It's been confirmed.
as always, coming at you.
Shannon.
Yeah, that's what you get.
What?
Every time, never mind.
That doesn't make any
Every
sense.
time you say coming at you, he
I know.
doesn't like
I
it.
always look at you.
No,
I
it's
always look at
it's
Brad.
become a thing now because I made fun of him for it.
So now I
first
have
time.
to say it. Like I can't not.
You
say
know,
it.
I honestly don't mind it.
Yeah.
You didn't mind it the first time. I didn't mind it either. I just made fun of him for it.
All right. Well, today on our PodCouch we have a few different topics we're going to toss around, mostly about like games we either have or haven't played, games we want that we haven't got, and then series or games that we love and that people hate them.
And vice versa.
Or games that we hate and everyone else loves.
It is.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, The Last of Us.
Oh dear. The shorthand for the name of this PodCouch is going to be Wishlist / Hatelist.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
That's
it.
good.
All right. So we're going to start with
get started on?
games that we want to play in the upcoming future.
Yeah, sure. That'll make it.
Because I have one bullet point off the top of my head that I know. Evolve.
Yeah,
Which has been bumped now to
Been bumped?
February of next year, I believe.
That's fine because
That's
that'll
not
take me.
part of the mad rush to get out of
That's
October.
fine because it'll take me that long to be able to afford it.
Fair enough.
It's from Turtle Rock,
Yeah,
the
perfect.
people who made Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2.
Left 4 Dead 2 was pretty much just Valve,
Okay,
as I understand it.
those are some of my favorite games of all time because it's pretty much tailor-made for me in that it's primarily a multiplayer game, but also it gets its story in through multiplayer, and I can just pick it up at any time, play like a few levels, and stop. And I want to do the exact same thing with Evolve. It's like supposed to be the tank fight from Left 4 Dead ramped up to like 1,000
Oh, wow.
every time you do it.
every time.
Every single time. And I can see myself getting it, and that I can't like see myself getting most games just by way of I probably either won't be able to afford them or won't want to buy them just because of my own cheapness, or feel like I won't have time to play this game. I feel like I'll make money and time to play it. I'll go out of my way to play it.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
It's worth the money.
It's worth it. It'll be worth it because I'm so excited for that
So
game.
is Evolve enough to justify the purchase of a next-gen console? Do you?
That's the thing.
Is it
though.
enough?
That's the thing, though. I can't.
Oh.
Good, Ricky. You brought up a few games that I can't wait to get.
I can't get any next gen consoles, but I will down the line. Probably.
I don't even know what... honestly, I don't know what games I'd want to play. I have not been up to date on new games that are coming out. I really
Halo
haven't.
5.
Well, I mean,
Next
obviously
year.
that, yeah.
Well, how would they know? How would they know that? It's like yeah.
You're talking about Halo, like on the subject of like system sellers for next gen.
Yeah.
Halo, the Master Chief Collection. That's enough to
Also,
ensure I'll be buying
fuck
an
them
Xbox
because
One for like,
if you pre-order it and you get like the best edition, you get a fucking Master Chief statue, and it
So?
looks cool as
Who
hell.
gives a shit?
I do. I like the
Why do you-
statues from games.
Okay, why are you mad about that?
Because it's only for Xbox One.
Not true. Rumors are it could be coming to PC.
Rumors. Why would they bring it on PC? That would lose them so much. Like, oh, why would I get an Xbox One when I have a PC?
Well,
It's
because
still Microsoft.
they want to.
When have they put any of the last Halo games on
They put
PC?
Halo 2 on PC.
Halo 1 was on PC
And
too,
Halo 1
wasn't
did
it?
go to PC. Both those games were really celebrated. for being
Since
on
then,
PC.
though. Since then.
Halo 3 did not go to PC
I think
because of
I don't
some
know if
very
Reach did.
convoluted rights bullshit to do with the fact that Bungie was going independent from Microsoft at the same
Where'd
time.
you put that fucking trash at? That came from that bottle. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Thanks!
Him.
But Halo 3 did not go to PC because of some rights issues between Bungie and Microsoft right when
That
Bungie
company?
was going independent.
3 reaching 4? Or no, 4?
No, what happened? The thing with
fully
Reach and
3.3.
4 is that then Microsoft was purely just wanting people to like an exclusive franchise for the 360. Now the
Spartan Assault's on the PC.
Now the rumor is, and this actually plays into that. The rumor is because the Xbox One hasn't necessarily been doing what anyone would call the best
What?
at all. period. They might be trying to do a little bit more expansion and removing Xbox One exclusive and porting things to PC as well. Rise, Son of Rome, the excruciatingly awful Xbox One launch title, is going to PC in the next couple of months.
It might just be...
I don't know about Halo, though.
It might be a lot of developers realizing that there isn't as much as a market for consoles anymore, since a lot of people... It's still a more affordable way to do it, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
The more affordable and the easier way to do it, but then there are a lot of people with PCs out there who just realize that PC's been a lot superior to console for a while. And it feels like it's getting a lot more spotlight nowadays that the next console generation just came out, and people are realizing my computer can still outplay this by a mile.
Also, like when since the consoles are starting to merge into PC territory, like the Steam machines and everything, I think more people are starting to become more aware of like computers and gaming, and I still think that's a big deal.
I would totally...
The fact that people, they just don't see PCs
I would
in a
totally,
gaming
if I had
way.
the money for it, I would totally be a PC gamer more than a console gamer. I would prefer that because there's a lot more versatility with PC than there's console, and it's just that I feel I'd be missing out on some games, sure, but then with Steam, I'd be making it up for so many games.
And it's crazy. I barely play my PS3 anymore. I used to play that shit all the time. Now that I've
my Xbox on in forever.
Neither have I.
Yeah. I usually... Well, I
also,
mean, I still
partly
game.
because I haven't played...
Just on here.
I haven't bought any games for it in a while. I'm bored of all the ones I have.
Like, I mean, I used to be the biggest Xbox fanboy, there was.
Yeah, we know.
We are all very much aware of it.
And now it's just like, I haven't even turned it on for I don't know how long, but I don't know of nearly anything outside of Halo that's going to even be really coming out for the Xbox or
Destiny.
Xbox One.
That was going
that's
to
a
be
game
the title
on my
I was
list.
going to mention.
You two didn't play the
Of course
beta,
I know
right?
that.
Destiny.
No.
I
Oh
did not.
god, did you, Ricky?
I played a metric fuck ton of the beta.
Hell yeah. Real sad though that level 20 is the cap.
Here's the thing, I'm perfectly okay with that because it's a soft cap.
Yeah, I read
it's
about
a soft
that.
cap, and all that means is that level 20 is to where you can officially use all of the equipment in the game. You can use all of that. There's still a butt ton of stuff that's way bigger than level 20 and will keep getting more and more powerful as you keep playing.
It just scared me that on the beta we covered all of Earth, and there's only 4 planets.
Well, let's break it down. There's Earth, there's the Moon,
Mars,
and Venus. The thing about that, though, is I'm not entirely... Has that been officially confirmed?
I'm pretty sure, that was all of Earth.
Because here's the thing. Way back in the original announcements for Destiny, when there was a lot of press conferences and stuff like that were behind closed doors, a lot of concept art came out that was talking about locations very much not old Russia. There was concept art released for a place called Old Chicago. There was concept art for an area in Mumbai. There were multiplayer maps in the beta that are obviously not in old Russia.
That's true.
And on Earth, like the Rusted Lands map that was in the
don't know.
Iron Banner. That's not old Russia.
Hopefully, I read a thing that said that players have barely touched the tip of Destiny. And I want that to be true, but the fact is that I hit level 8 in 4 hours. I know level 20 is a soft cap, but why would you... That seems like really just bad game design to just hit level 20 and get all the skills that you can get in the first 10 hours.
But that's not all of the skills. There's stuff that you will only be able to get by keep playing past level 20 when it comes to character skills and with the skill trees involving your supers and stuff. That stuff, there's stuff in there that you won't be able to unlock well past level 20.
Okay.
What I think that soft cap for level 20 means is that it's just for things like armor and weapons,
equipment.
You know what I really wish they did, because they had subclasses.
Jenga.
And that you can get at level 16. I know for the hunter you could get the next class or something.
It's
If that every time you hit a level level 20 was the cap for that class, then it'll put you at level 0 for the next class in progression. I don't know. I thought that would be sweet if they did something like that. But anyway, that's a whole nother discussion. Destiny.
That's interesting. Yeah. I don't.
You hit 20 with the first class, and then at 15 you hit
You
unlock the
switch-
next
go to the
class,
next one, yeah.
but you will hit you will be level 0 with that class.
I think that's how that works.
I don't know
Because you don't because you've purely upgraded within that subclass.
I don't know how it fucking works because you can't access that class in the beta.
You could, but you could look at the skill tree.
Yeah,
You could.
I mean,
But you don't have any skills unlocked for that tree. You still have to go through and fully level that up.
but that's the thing with that other class. Say I'm level 17 in the beginning class, and then I get the next class, and I revert to level 0. Will I still be able to use level 17 armor?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
I'm kind of excited for Warlords of Draenor.
Dude, me too.
What the hell is that?
It's
WoW
a new
WoW
expansion.
expansion.
What the fuck?
You have never heard the WoW? Wait,
Listen, for those listening,
But it's
everyone
WoW.
in this room just turned and looked at me with this dead-eyed expression like they're zombies.
Because
it's WoW. It's kind of WoW.
I don't care about
My
I've
girlfriend
played
knows
every-
about
You
it.
want okay?
That'll be explained
The
later.
hate list later on. Wow,
I've,
that's him.
Whoa,
I've
whoa,
played
whoa,
part
whoa.
of every expansion so
I
far.
have
Not
played it.
WoW.
I've played it.
MMOs in general.
This is also true.
All right, we'll
Yeah.
wait for it.
I played so far every expansion of WoW except for I think I skipped Wrath of the Lich King, which is sad because apparently that one seemed right up my alley.
You played through it though. Eventually.
But like I didn't play it when it was live. I
Okay.
skipped
I've
it
heard
when it
like
had been.
I've done a lot of looking at Wrath of the Lich King, and it is really freaking cool.
I was about to say
By the
it
way,
seemed right up my
Rosh
alley.
Scream is a badass.
He's also an asshole.
He
But,
shouldn't have died.
He didn't die.
That's the whole point of Wrath of Draenor. or
Yeah, that
Warlords
he
of Draenor,
escaped.
and went back into Old Draenor.
Oh, I didn't
He
know
might
that.
he might die in Draenor, but he isn't dead yet.
Okay, see, I didn't know that at all, considering I don't play WoW.
You know, Blizzard said they were going to try to plan to release a new expansion every year.
What?
I don't know how much there must be an
That's
endpoint
heavy.
for WoW.
That's
though.
a lot of fucking. That's a lot to like.
There's
do.
got to be an endpoint for WoW because it's gotten to the point where like not just by
They said 100 wasn't the level cap.
I know that it's not going to be like it's not going to be the. I
The
thought it was
final.
honestly I thought
That
it
would
was
make
gonna end at
sense.
100 and then like it just kind of like end after that, where like it kind of ends at expansions after that and just like eventually server shut down.
Mhm.
But like even with new expansions and stuff, it's been slowly losing subscribers.
Do you know Molten Core, the that 40-man raid in vanilla?
Yes.
They're bringing it back for
Really?
Draenor, 40-man raid.
They always do. They always
Nice.
bring back 40 man.
And if you play it, they'll have it's before Draenor. It'll be in November, like for their anniversary.
yeah,
If you play it, you get a flame corgi.
yeah.
Yeah, a,
Oh.
cor-
Because
A what?
a corgi, but it looks like Ragnarok, like that fire thing, Ragnaros.
A corgi is in
A
the
corgi,
little dog.
Yeah.
yes,
And then they announced that a mount drop from BlackRock. They're redoing that. Is the Core Hound, but
As a
it's
mount?
a mount.
Nice.
As a mount.
Nice.
That's. I feel like I do the
Actually
same
know
thing
what
I do
that
for
is.
all WoW expansions, where I play it for like a couple months and then I stop. But I feel like I'll enjoy it when it does come out. If it does come out and I feel like I can get it, I think I'll get it and just try it out and do the level cap thing and like level all my character, my main, all the way up. Try dungeoning again, heroic, maybe eventually raid. But it's just a thing that I can see myself getting the next WoW expansion. I want to see the new models.
If you ever do,
I want to see the new character models.
let me know and I'll get. I mean, I'm gonna have to get time because I already
seen,
pre-ordered Draenor and it's already tied to my account.
I've
So I have to
seen
get time.
I've seen the updates on my favorite race, the Tauren. I've seen what it looks like updated. I'd play it just for that.
Yeah,
It looks so
pretty
much
good.
better.
I haven't seen the new Torn,
They're like
and that's my race.
it
I'll
is.
pull it up.
It is like it's a lot better. It's so much better.
Yeah, I've only played WoW for I think a grand total of maybe 4 months, maybe 6, and that's over the span of holy shit.
No, like it's in the beta right now. I think the beta's live, and Taurens are one of the races that you can have new skins for.
That looks really good.
They'll
Even just
keep
the
on
animation
selling.
is so much smoother, and like the way the hair moves, you don't realize how old the hair is
hair
now
physics.
until
Hair
you
physics.
yeah.
You're talking about one of my favorite things ever. Hair physics.
It's got so much better hair physics.
Triple H hair.
I was just.
But no, like I've only played WoW for like maybe 4 months over the span of 6 months over the span of is it 6 years?
Did you start
Or-
playing? Was the first time you played back when we were at Richland? Was that the first time you played it?
I think it was before that.
Okay,
I think I played it back when we were in high school.
Okay.
So it is, and it's always like in 2 or 3 year spans that I'll start getting the urge to play.
That's how it is. It's like, and the weirdest thing.
I always buy one card, and by the end of that card, I'm just like, I'm done with this.
It's the weirdest thing of like the smallest things from WoW can trigger my urge to play it. Like, I'll hear a snippet of music from one of the old areas and just be like,
Hills.
"Wow,
They
I
got
need to
that
play
shit.
it."
I don't know how they did it, but they got that shit ingrained into our brains.
They did.
Like,
Or there's like
how
I
that
see
shit
like
works.
I see like an old video of someone like doing a raid tutorial of something back from Cataclysm or War.
it'll be like,
and just be like, I want to play again.
yeah.
And it's just the smallest things can get me back into it. And I feel like I'll like down the line teeter back into playing WoW for a little time, and I'll get Warlords probably when that does happen. But that's a game I could see myself playing down the line, and stopping playing a couple months after down the line happens.
Big shocker! I'm actually finally getting burnt out on Tor.
Like,
Hark! Do I hear the trumpets?
hark the angels sing it. What? How is that even possible?
I think my balls just
Are
dropped.
you serious? Like, is there something else you're getting into?
I've been enjoying Elder Scrolls Online.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't done
It's
any
a
of the
different
in-game.
edition. You're gonna have to listen to him talk
I
about
mean-
about TESO.
At least I'd fucking understand it.
months.
I'd fucking understand.
Listen, I understood most of what he was
Elder
talking about
Scrolls stuff.
with Tor,
I-
and I was sick of it.
over my head.
Like, Chad, I love you.
I
wanted to
understand.
kill you.
I get it. I get
wanted
it.
to kill you.
But like, I loved Tor, and it's to me it's still a great game. I love raiding on there, but the thing is that it's just started like raiding is starting to become more of a job for me in that game now.
Once it
That's
becomes
not
like
fun.
there's a point where it stops
A
being
chore.
fun anymore.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's starting to be.
That's the downslope.
And don't get me wrong, I love the people I raid with and all that, but it still doesn't stop the fact that it's just starting to. I'm just starting to get burnt out.
Love
with
the
it.
one you're with.
Did you hear the rumors that Obsidian, at the very least, even though they're not actively working on it, that they still go into for fun production meetings to think of ideas for Knights of the Old Republic 3? Did you hear about that?
No.
Apparently Obsidian, who developed Knights of the Old Republic 2,
Yes.
one of the most famously fucked development stories in the history of games.
Yes, and how
And,
how it was so rushed
And
that
apparently
they ruined it.
Obsidian, they can't. They're still a little bit heartbroken about it.
I like
inside
that
of it.
motion. Give me all the dicks.
like I guess they can't quite get over it, and I guess like J.E. Sawyer and Chris Avellone and all the guys at Obsidian, they still go and have like meetings about like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did this in a hypothetical Knights of the Old Republic 3? Yeah, that'd be really cool.
But no, when you said about like things becoming a chore, remember when I decided like, you know what, I'm gonna take my pandering character and I'm gonna grind every single reputation and the Pandaren expansion. Remember when I did that?
Yep.
I did it, by the way. I fucking did it and got that kite. You know, originally I was like, God, this is going to take so fucking long, doing all those dailies. But I actually started to really enjoy them because it wasn't every time you got like a new reputation level, like the quest changed. It was never the same, and like it was a story throughout all the reputations. And when it was done, I was like, damn, I'm kind of bored now. Like, it was actually really
See, for me,
fun.
I have the same where, like, I don't raid because 2 reasons. One of them I discovered while I tried to raid.
You can't handle it.
One, my computer can't handle all the physics and all the
I feel you
pixels
there.
going on. It can't. You can at least try. I can't try.
There's okay, I'll give it to you there.
His
But
will go like to 3 frames per second. I watched him. It was like
there are
attack.
There were times where I was just
Everybody's dead. How the like what?
There were just times where I was like, I know I should be healing, but it's actually the frame rate is so bad, I can't scroll my mouse over to where someone needs healed.
Yeah, we Brad and I did the Thunder King raid, the first part, and the first boss, like he does this big thunders like electricity all over the floor everywhere. Brad, I was like, all right, Brad, this part's coming up. You're gonna have to heal for it. He's like, okay. I don't think I can because I can't click over the people to do it.
It's so bad.
I was like,
I
wait,
know
what?
the mechanics. I know the mechanics of the fight, and I'm like, okay, when this happens,
Yeah.
like you're gonna get targeted. You have to run away. I'm like, okay, I'm targeted. Run away, people! I can't move!
Everyone,
Run away! I have to like, I have to like sit there and go, run! Run!
it was real bad.
And it doesn't happen. But then the other reason is just because
Oh my god!
it gets to the point where I get kind of intimidated by it, and that was the thing that stopped me from doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
There's like I got intimidated by it, so what I would do, I would just rerun heroic dungeons until I got the best gear I could get from doing that over and over, and then that would eventually become boring, and that's when I would stop. And that's always been the way I stopped, is the heroic dungeons get boring. But I can see myself getting this new expansion, playing through all the dungeons, getting the gear to the heroics, doing those, maybe trying a raid, failing at it, and then just stopping. But I can see myself doing it.
Like I said, if you do, call me up and we'll play.
I'll
For
hit
me,
you up.
Hit me up, bro.
Hit me up.
For me,
You're
I
gonna
love
get the
raiding.
case though. I wish I didn't.
I love raiding. I enjoy it. That part doesn't bore me. It's other parts about that. I don't like PvP.
Before you go into this, you can finish this thought. All right, but we really need to get back to games.
Way
We
off
started
the
going
goddamn
off a
topic.
tangent.
We're still talking about where. Can I be fair? Can I be fair just about the second topic about games that we have but haven't gotten around to playing it? I don't have any of those. Every game I have, I've played.
I've got a few here,
Except for maybe Bioshock, but I don't. That's
you don't
not.
have, Brad, you don't have a Steam library.
I don't
okay?
have that game. I don't have.
That's why you don't have a backlog.
I don't think I have. I don't think.
Let's see, how much do you and I have in common?
Off the top of my head, I don't
You and I
know.
have a lot in common.
Off the top of my head, I don't know if I have Bioshock with me. That is a game that I want to play through, the original one, all the way through. If that does,
And see, I don't. But
that's the thing. Like that's might be the one game
Mm.
I know I want to play through,
We'll
and
get
I think
to it.
I have. But no,
You have
like,
66 games.
I've played less than like 50.
I don't
probably.
have any games that I haven't played yet because I have all the games that I've had for a while. I've
We've
played
got
them
a
all,
lot of
and
the
I don't
same
have any
stuff.
new games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
don't think-
all the games. I have a few games left that I want to play that I haven't. Like I really want to.
Well,
play
before we get on that, let's finish the topic of games we have. Or, God, games we want. Sorry, that's
Games
what
we
we're
want.
going.
I've gone through my.
I was reading the list and I had that first. Games we haven't played.
I've gone through my two
I've got a
of.
full list right
I've gone through my two of Evolve and Warlords of Draenor. And I don't know if I have any more after that.
Halo 5 and Destiny, but
That's-
that's kind of a given.
Halo
for me.
5 is down the line for me.
Chad, can I turn you on to something?
Sure.
It's coming
Yes.
up. You should get on the ball with a little series called The Witcher.
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Listen. The first game, fuck it, skip it. It's awful.
I heard Witcher 2 is great. And I
Witcher
need to play
2
it.
is legitimately one of the greatest RPGs I've ever played.
It's really
And
good.
you specifically, Chad, would fucking love it.
Like the guy that told me that I should play and that I would really like Deus Ex Human Revolution.
You would.
He told me that I would like The Witcher 2.
He's also a better friend than his friend Brad Ellis because Brad Ellis told him to do that too. And he did.
It's all right.
And his
Brad.
friend Ricky
Yeah, you
Donaldson
did.
also told him
I told
to
you.
do that.
I've told you about that game.
Wait, which game? The Witcher
Everyone,
or Deus
everyone's
Ex?
like, oh,
Revolution.
Chad, you should play this game. Nah,
The
it's
Witcher?
okay. Dude and Tor's
No,
like, you should play this.
Deus
Like,
Ex.
well, okay.
He told me about it
have
before you
more
did.
knowledge than all my friends.
I'm pretty sure.
Did he?
Yes.
Because I did. I do remember having conversations with you
damn
about that game.
It's so true.
Like
And it might have been. It might have been just like
He's the one that actually got me to get it in the first place.
okay. And I remember I heard you say that you haven't, and I started telling you need to play it. It's so good.
Yeah, see, I had already gotten it because of him.
Okay.
And I didn't play it for the longest time, and then I did, and I'm like, oh
Chase,
my
you're the
gosh.
only person who hasn't given an answer yet.
I've got so many games. Like,
Do be aware we have 3 more topics after this.
yeah,
Yes.
I know. I'm not going to go into unless these might start some topics, but
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm sure someone.
first game, Arkham Knights. Cannot fucking wait for that. You get to drive the Batmobile. Holy fucking shit! I cannot wait.
Okay.
Nothing
Yeah.
on that.
I can't play. I haven't played it.
Like we've talked about this.
I've-
I love the Arkham series. I
Mhm.
love Arkham Asylum. Arkham City is one of my favorite games of the last generation. Arkham Origins, even though I know it wasn't the same
I
developer,
need to write that down on my list.
Arkham Origins, even though it wasn't the same developer, kind of totally killed my enthusiasm for that series. Just because it felt like such a bizarre... It felt like the foreign knockoff of Arkham. Like the franchise. It sort of did.
That will be on
Knights
my
are
topic for a series that I love and that Ricky hates.
I love the series! I love the series! Just Origins is...
Okay.
Or
Next
is it
game.
certainly a thing?
Oh, Ricky, I really hate you. That new Naruto game that's coming out.
I love the Naruto game.
Yeah, like, you know,
The Naruto games are awesome.
Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution.
Even the fucking first one.
Yeah, you know, like, I never, like, you know, I watched, like, the first part of the show, and I was like, okay, I had a real big phase with Colton. We had Naruto wristbands. It's done.
Yeah.
That phase was done. But, like, I got this game on a Steam sale. I was like, oh, only, you know, $13. It looks pretty cool. I'll play it eventually. Played it at the house with Brad. Holy fuck, was that
is
such a good game. Like, it's so fucking good.
I've had the same phase. of,
Yeah, I don't know. Look at that shit.
Is that?
I think that's Naruto's mom. That's Naruto's dad.
I had the same phase of like being
Holy
really into
shit.
Naruto in like junior high school area.
That's the Tentei.
And I had the first and second of these like Naruto fighting games,
Man, stop looking at
and
me.
they were. I think it was.
I'm a pre-order this.
It was
son of a bitch.
PS2. It was that long ago. PS2 that I had.
Hell yes.
And it was like, first of all, it wasn't 3D. It was 3D, but it was
The 2D,
2D
like-
plane.
yeah.
That was so good. The two of them, those were good, and they kept fucking. I didn't think they would get better, but they got so much
Yeah.
better. The
Right.
third Naruto
I
Shippuden
never- the
Ultimate
only
Ninja
Naruto game I
Storm.
played
Too
was-
many subtitles in this game.
The one.
Yeah,
That one. That
And
one's
you
the
know-
best.
It was
the
good.
best game.
And
What's
the
the-
story was really good.
What surprised me the most, the story and the, like, all the voice acting and the graphic stuff. Like
The graphics were awesome. The story, I felt like it was
enjoyed.
Naruto again, and
it yeah, it was Naruto. Like, that was part of the actual manga. Like,
I know, and that's what I could feel it. Like it was. The story I wasn't as enthusiastic about, but it did like towards the end. It did get you like, holy shit, I gotta go do this. oh
it
my
was
god,
really good. I did not expect to get this invested in this game series, like that game, and now I want to get the next one that's coming out. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely.
cannot believe that. Wolf Among Us just beat that. That is one of my top 10 games of all time.
That's an easy like game of the year contender
Oh.
for me so far.
The reason why I say this is games that I played, but I'm hoping that they come out with another part, because there's a bunch of choices, like especially around the end when they're like, the townspeople will remember that. Like all those
Yeah.
choices, like it's got to lead into some like
Like,
another game.
The Wolf Among Us ends in the perfect place.
Yeah.
I want a sequel, but you know what?
The
If I
sequel
don't- if
is
I
the
don't- if
comic
I don't-
books.
If I don't get a season 2, I've read Fables, the comic series.
Yeah.
They're fantastic, and if you haven't read them, you absolutely should. I would be totally
write that
fine
down.
if
No,
Wolf
I'm
Among
writing.
Us
I'm
didn't
writing it
get a
down
second.
for future.
I would be
topics.
totally fine
okay.
if Wolf Among Us didn't get a second season. The first
Really?
season ends so note
Future
perfect
topics. I'm
for
gonna
what
fucking
it is.
slam you about.
Yeah.
As,
No.
as just a really,
Exactly.
You
as
and
just a
Colton.
really like
You'll see.
old
You'll
school
remember.
like film noir detective story. It ends
might have been
on
him
a
and Colton.
perfect
No,
note,
I'll take
exactly
I'll
where it needed
Okay.
to end.
You're not as bad at it as everyone says.
You're
you are.
not as bad as everyone says you are.
Oh God! As soon as she said it, I was like, "Oh God!" And you know when they were doing like all the flashbacks in the game, that was what was going through my head.
Wolf does one of those things that is so perfect, isn't it? It starts repeating some things, and when it starts repeating some
Oh,
things,
God,
you
all
start
critics.
having orgasms of fun.
What?
Holy fuck! Yeah.
I want to play Walking Dead. Sorry, that's a game that came out that I don't have, but that's.
Absolutely, you should absolutely.
I
do
know.
so.
I know.
You got a day this week that you're free that you just want to. What about tomorrow?
You could
You want to come over and just play all of it?
You could cram through the first season of The Walking Dead in how long would you say? Like
I don't
8
know.
hours?
Relatively
8
short
to
game.
10 hours.
We'll fucking play it. We'll fucking play it tomorrow. Just come over and play it all day.
That's an entire day off, though. Like, I don't know.
Listen.
Have fun.
Listen,
And heartbreak.
I'll
I
figure
was
it
saying
out.
no. Lay up on the fun a little bit. You will cry.
I want to
This
see
will
that.
happen.
Come on
Wait,
over.
Will
Come on
I
over.
cry?
Come on over.
Will I cry?
Honestly, even for a cold, heartless bastard like you,
There is
you
one.
might.
He did cry to something, which I will not bring that up because
Did
I
he
don't think you want that on the internet.
No, he doesn't. I remember.
No,
remember
I
that.
don't.
That's
And-
fine. He doesn't need
Say,
it.
because there's a
I'll
moment,
tell-
there's
I'll-
a
we'll tell you
moment
later.
in The Walking Dead season 1 that if you saw it, you would just tears forever.
I enjoy a good a good story making me tear up a little bit. That happened
Yeah.
in Sons of Anarchy recently.
That will happen.
I enjoy a good tear up.
Telltale.
Yeah, like I think whenever the unmentionable thing that made me cry, didn't you say that was the only time you had ever seen me cry?
Yeah. Well, I think there was something in school that I remember you cried about. It was. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
I'll bring it up later. Like we don't want to bring it up on the internet. Like,
Jesus
Jesus,
Christ,
dude.
Move on.
But,
Next
okay.
thing.
Hyrule Warriors.
Yes.
Nintendo came out with a Nintendo Direct like yesterday or a few days before. I already was on the hype train. The hype train is at full speed for me right now.
Legitimately, I
hold
gotta
on.
actually write down some notes to remember for future.
What is that?
It's Dynasty Warriors
but with Legend
with
of Zelda
Legend
characters.
of Zelda characters.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? After the PodCouch, I will just pull up some Hyrule Warriors stuff.
Seriously,
Dude, that
like,
that already sounds cool.
Listen, I don't give a shit about Dynasty Warriors. I want Hyrule Warriors inside of me.
I want that so
I want it
fucking
inside of me.
bad.
That sounds gay.
I'll bring it up later. Things that happen.
But yeah, I'll save that for later. Pokemon Alpha Ruby and Omega Sapphire. The Ruby and Sapphire games are my favorite series of all time, and that they're remaking it. Like, I'm really happy about that. Not because if it was a brand new thing, I might not have jumped on the bandwagon because X and Y just came out, and the fact that they only had 100 some new Pokemon, I was like, that's not enough for them to make a game. I was really upset about that. But like I said, bandwagon. I'm jumping on that because I loved Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald.
I can agree with the love of Ruby and Sapphire. I can't jump on the bandwagon for remaking it.
Really?
I just don't. I don't see why it.
Okay,
I know.
I might have agreed with you, but then I played Soul Silver, and that's my favorite Pokemon game ever. Remake of the original Silver game. It's my favorite Pokemon game.
I get that, and I've played remakes of original Pokemon games. And I'm like, wow, that's really good. It's
maybe as it stands right now, you don't feel that way. But if you played it, you should just get a 2DS. It's $100. It
that
doesn't.
I don't have.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, if you ever do want to get
Yeah.
a 3DS, get a 2DS.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's so much
I'm
cheaper.
probably not going to get it because the third generation is the worst generation. But, I mean, as far as remake of Pokemon games
You wanna
go,
fight me, bro?
I'll fight you. It's so...
Another time. Another time.
Except for me, no, even the fifth is better.
Another time.
But, no. I can attest, the Pokemon remakes are good. They're really good.
Yeah.
I hope they do something with this next one that if they do it, I might get it just for the sake of they do it. If they do the thing they did in Soul Silver and Yellow,
Pokemon
where the
following
Pokemon
you.
follow you,
I hope so.
that'll make me get the game, by itself.
I love that.
I love that.
aspect.
I love that. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing for Pokemon games.
We already talked about Destiny.
Yes.
I'm waiting for that.
Yep.
My brother and I actually played through the beta. That I was not going to get a PlayStation 4 because I've got this, and I heard rumors that the next two games on my list were coming out for the computer. That was going to prevent me from getting a PlayStation 4. I was like, nope, I've got the computer, don't need it. My computer's way better than a PS4 anyway. Played Destiny on the PS3. It almost makes me want to buy a PlayStation 4.
Like Destiny.
Even though I have a PS3, I want it on the PS4. Bad.
Yeah.
And I played it with my brother, the whole entire beta. Fun as fuck. It's been one of the funnest multiplayer games I've played in a while, and we both were communicating with each other.
Destiny has
Great.
that very specific, very Bungie magic to it. It feels like Halo 3, which is just a wave of good feelings.
Halo.
Just,
We're not going to get too far into this, but I have to ask, what's your favorite Halo game? Since you weren't in the
Halo 2.
Fine. I was gonna say my favorite is absolutely Halo 3, but we went into that already. But
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Which could have been on that one.
Yeah.
You could have, but...
I could have, but yeah,
Oh,
things
well.
change.
The two games that are, if they do come out on the computer, won't buy a PlayStation 4, but if they don't, I'll have to buy a PlayStation 4. Or the Xbox One, but I'm not going to get the Xbox One.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts 3?
It is coming to the Xbox One.
No, I'm saying, if it came to the I know it's coming to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
It's not going to PC.
You never know.
Probably not.
You never know.
Making
I can hope.
notes.
Wait, do the newer does the 13 trilogy go to PC?
13?
Did the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy?
No,
Did that end up
no,
on
it did
PC?
not.
Then I can't imagine.
I have
why
heard
they would
rumors
do
that Final Fantasy Versus
I thought
15...
I could have swore Lightning Returns was on Steam.
I don't know.
I could have swore it
I'll
was.
check.
And the other one?
Final Fantasy Versus 15. I want it bad. I wanted Versus 13, but
That's
that
the first
didn't
time.
happen.
Well, Versus 13
Is 15, but that's what I'm saying.
It's Tetsuya Nomura's Final Fantasy game, so...
Well, I mean, 7, 8, and 9 are on here, and so is 14. Jesus Christ. And
Well,
11.
You know, 6 is
Yeah,
over
I
to
suppose,
7 because
I
7,
suppose
8,
if
9.
14 shows up, that might be a pretty good indicator. They might be going.
Well,
14 is a
Missing a
computer.
classic joke.
14,
Yeah, 14
is
is
an
an
MMO,
Just
so it's going to be.
smooth it
Yeah,
right
they've,
over.
okay, they've got 3, 7, 8, and I know they have 9 on
That
it.
Don't
kind of
have-
comedy gold
they-
isn't coming back.
They don't have
What?
6, so I can't forgive
You've
them.
already missed it. Listen to it later.
And 11.
Okay.
But yeah, I want. That's the big thing. If they come out on PC, I don't have to buy a PlayStation 4. If they,
You just really don't want
Can
to
I
go
also
the next
say,
gen
sorry,
trend.
I just remembered a game that I'm looking forward to after I realized how
Yeah.
much I love the other game that came out most recently is the next Mortal Kombat game.
yeah, Mortal Kombat X,
Mortal Kombat
motherfucker,
X,
that
yeah.
looks sweet.
I wish they
I
weren't
didn't
making
realize
such a I wish they weren't making such a big deal with announcement shows for characters that have been in the franchise since the first fucking game.
Yeah.
Like that's really dumb.
No, I will, but I will say I didn't realize how much I loved Mortal Kombat until I played the most recent Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
But,
Mortal Kombat,
It's
Mortal
Mortal Kombat 9.
But no, that one
Kombat
I loved so much more than I was expecting to love it because I like fighting games by themselves fine. Like I'm good at fighting games and I like to play them. I didn't realize how much I would fucking love Mortal Kombat, and I liked it a lot. And when the next one comes out, it might be a thing that I look at because I don't buy new games, but it might make me.
Something that I just thought of as you were talking about old games like that is the Resident Evil remake that's coming up for new consoles.
The Evil Within?
And PC. Resident Evil 1 is getting another remake. It's coming to
Really?
360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Oh, just thought of
I'm
another
fairly
game.
sure.
2 more games.
And
I'm
on
excited
that
for.
note, the game that bizarrely, even though I'm probably gonna go to like a room of crickets here, Resident Evil 7. Since that's been rumored for like last 6 months,
damn it.
I am really fucking excited for Resident Evil 7.
Really?
I loved 6. I love Resident Evil 6.
I want to play Silent
The
Hill.
That's on the list for games that
God
we
damn
like.
it! I just lost track of the 2 games that I just said I was really excited for.
Sorry, I just realized
Son of a bitch, Ricky.
Oh,
I
but
really
yes,
wanna
the
play
Evil Within,
Silent
since you
Hill.
mentioned it, I really
Yeah?
Yeah,
Why?
the Silent Hill
yeah.
2.
Silent Hill 2 is one of my favorite games.
I want to play that one. That one's one that's
You
so
should
old. I
you
want to
should
play.
track down the HD remakes of them. They're both.
You shouldn't
they're
play
excellent.
them around me.
I wanna
Oh,
get-
you would piss your pants.
I want to get scared.
I just remembered the 2 games.
I hate
Go on.
Okay,
These are the last 2 games
Yes.
that I am looking forward to. You probably know about this: Assassin's Creed Unity,
Yep.
and then Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Explain.
They just showed a trailer the other day.
Wait, Chad, do you not know about this?
It
No.
is
What the fuck?
It
I
is-
know of Unity. I haven't heard of Rogue.
New
Like I
York.
said, I've been
Takes place in New York.
Okay. Wait.
Um,
time period.
It takes place. Okay, I don't exactly know the time period, but
Neither do
Rogue
I.
takes place in slightly more north parts of America and Canada. New York is in there. It's very seafaring based, much like Black Flag. But the trick of Rogue is that you play as a Templar.
You play as an assassin. No, you play as an
You
assassin.
play as an assassin who
that
becomes a Templar.
You
You play as an assassin
In the trailer,
hunter.
like,
I
it
believe
shows-
his name is Shay Patrick
I don't fucking know.
McKay or something like that. Irish.
Anyway, yeah, he's talking about like he has his own creed and it's vengeance.
Yeah.
It's super sweet. I guess that's another thing we gotta watch.
Gosh
Yeah.
dang it.
Yeah.
I didn't...
Rogue.
Like I said, I'm out
Like,
of
I'm
the
like-
loop on all new games that are coming out, basically. Like you guys pointed out to me, Halo 5 I know about, I want. Destiny I know about, I
Here's
want.
the thing.
I'm not 100% for
Here's
Unity.
the sketchy thing about Rogue and Unity. Unity is only next gen.
Yeah.
Rogue is only current gen.
Yeah, only
Rogue
current
is
gen.
360 and PS3.
I'm
only.
guessing that was Project Meteor or Project Comet.
That was Project Comet. Meteor was Unity.
I'm wondering when they're finally going to come out with Feudal Japan.
I
Assassin's
don't
Creed.
think it's ever going to happen.
I wish it
they
would.
are permanently fucking dead set on the West now.
I
Like,
don't,
think they're going to try and move back.
understand
But the thing-
why.
It's stupid, and the
That'd
game has just
be
gone
so
east
much
because we have too
better.
many things that take place in America.
I'm
than
saying-
so good.
anything in the
Assassin's
West.
Pirates.
I know.
Black Flag though, the
I
way
still need. Yeah.
that's my favorite one.
That's
Out of
pirate
all of
game.
them.
From the
though.
hour,
Yeah.
from the
That was
hour
great.
of Black
Yeah.
Flag that
No,
I
I mean,
played.
It's a pirate game more than it's an Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed game.
I agree.
That's why I
that's
liked it.
exactly
Yeah.
what I got out of it in the hours.
That's
that
why
I
the
played.
feudal Japan thing will be so fucking cool.
Yeah,
That's why they need to do it.
But they
Ubisoft.
talk about it. They my thing, what I was trying to say, is that in 4 they talk about like different assassins and time periods. Feudal Japan was one of them.
It was also
Yes.
on the map.
but so was Egypt. And though the French Revolution was,
And the World War
and
II
they're
assassin.
but that would be stupid.
That'd be stupid.
And I'm saying that as someone who kind of wishes World War II games would make a little bit of a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Wolfenstein.
Stop.
It'd be a lot.
Stop, Brad.
It'd be a lot of going through trenches. It'd be a lot of going through trenches if it was World War One. It'd be Dead Zone.
You played Valiant Hearts? World War One works.
I know, but like not in that kind of
man.
like assassin.
And you also cry.
Assassin's like not in the Assassin's Creed universe. I don't think it'd work.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Feudal Japan would work.
Stop.
It'd be so cool.
But here's part of the thing about Feudal Japan. Feudal Japan is almost too obvious. Like, Assassin's Creed series has always sort of excelled in areas in which you don't really expect it
Assassin
to go.
Pirates.
Assassin Pirates. That's fucking Looney Tunes.
That's
but
my
from-
favorite
from the
fucking
But from the
Assassin's
hour or
Creed
so that I played with it, I adore it way more than I adored any of the other games.
I think it is the game that I put the most time into on Steam.
It's honestly,
But with
not
the amount of like
probably the-
historical
I don't
like
know how high it
accuracy,
is.
Yep, 71
and, like,
hours.
architecture,
Yeah, I also played Freedom Cry, where you play as.
You play as Adewale.
Yep.
and like the architecture and stuff that they put
And you free
into the
slaves.
Assassin's Creed games.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Just that, just the historical and architecture aspects of feudal Japan would be enough. It would be enough. I could be,
Would you play
my
it?
assassin could be named,
Would you play it?
Barney the Purple Assassin. I'd play it if it was set in feudal Japan. I wouldn't care. That's so good. It's one of the
Jesus Christ.
one of my most favorite time periods ever. I'd probably play it if it was on a current gen console. I wouldn't have to fork out $500 for it.
So is that the end of the games we
I
want
think so,
thing?
yeah.
Okay,
It
we
is for
can,
me.
we can either go on to games we have and haven't played, or series we love that people hate.
Series we love that people hate.
Do we really want to do this?
Games.
Games
people
or
love.
series.
Yeah, games
Games
or
or series. 'Cause I have one single game in a series that I love. I love that no one else likes.
I have one game that never made a series that I love.
Here, I'm pretty sure Chase has played it. I don't know if you two have. The Last of Us.
Nope.
No.
That's-
He played the multiplayer. I haven't heard a single thing about it story-wise. I've lasted this long, and I
Really?
still haven't fucking played the game
Really?
yet. Have no idea about anything about the
I
story.
will not go on this prepared tirade that I have about The Last of Us because I am very interested to hear what you have to say about it.
Once I play it.
You will, but I think that The
What are
Last
you
of
doing?
Us is perhaps one of it. I'm just going to shut up. I'm going to shut up. Because
Okay.
no matter what I say, it will come across as some sort of spoiler for it.
Oh god. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Ricky don't like it much.
I'm not a fan of The Last of Us.
I played the multiplayer and I liked it. I wish I knew how to use
I
the
didn't play
controller.
the multiplayer.
The
I
multiplayer
want
is
to
my.
play it so badly.
It is like no. I'm just saying like multiplayers of most games is the thing I focus on
Mhm.
before because it's something I can pick up and stop and like enjoy in a 30-minute period, and that's the type of gamer I am. A game that I love that everyone accepts is okay to hate because really it kind of is Modern Warfare 2. It is the last Call of Duty game I liked. After that one, Modern Warfare 3, I played to finish it. I hated it.
Why?
I hated it. I hated
I
what they did with the
want to
story.
hear. I want to hear your defense of Modern Warfare 2.
My defense of Modern Warfare 2.
Just real quick, I'm not even going to be in this because I haven't played a single Call of Duty or any of that. So
I very rarely play them, so
They're kind of surface.
Oh, wait, I don't-
They're surface enjoyments, but they're enjoyments nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
It had my favorite set of weapons for multiplayer and for single player. Had my absolute favorite set of weapons, the TAR-21. I haven't played in like 3 or 4 years. I could pick that up and shoot it, and it feels satisfying to me. And most of the weapons in that game, there are only a few bad ones that I don't like. The single player, the first time I played it through, actually took me by surprise. Like the twists and stuff, I didn't see coming. Whether or not it was a good story as far as like character development and plot and all that, it
wasn't.
It didn't do probably that, but I didn't pay attention to it that much because
You were
the
having fun
set
shooting.
pieces, the actual like settings and the levels of the campaign
Okay.
were enjoyable as hell. I could sit down right now and play that level that you're in the like mountain condom Not condom. Condo.
God,
The
the
mountain
mountain.
condo. Like the mountain resort.
The mountain.
I'm trying
mountain.
to think of which one is that.
That'd be
the one
a
that's
good
like a
name.
forest, and like you're raiding a single house.
You're raiding a single giant house and then you have to defend
That'd
it
be a
from
good
people.
name.
Yeah,
I could
for
sit down and
big
play
ass-
that.
I will not say that Modern Warfare 2 does not have
Oh,
some very
gosh.
well designed levels. Like that particular mission is a standout. It's an excellently designed mission.
It has some.
My
Damn.
problems with Modern Warfare 2 are
Ridiculous.
entirely encapsulated by the very infamous mission No Russian,
No Russian.
which involves you
Everybody Russian.
you playing as a terrorist walking through an airport and killing innocent civilians.
Yes.
On its own, that sequence is brave and powerful and incredible, and it's something that no game has really ever touched or tried to do since.
Yes.
However, No Russian is a mission of very distinguished importance in a game in which it also blows up the entirety of Washington, D.C. for more or less nothing more than shits and giggles.
Damn.
Like
That level I could also play
everything
through.
else is just, but like Modern Warfare 2 is a funhouse roller coaster ride.
And
That's
roller
what it
coasters
is.
are fun.
But that's
Roller
the
coasters
thing.
are
That's
fun.
the thing. I have a problem with being dishonest about the fact that you're a roller coaster ride.
Blowing up the Washington.
Like here's the thing. The ending of that game, as far as I remember, is you killing an American general by throwing a knife into his eye that you pulled out of your own stomach.
Yes.
Okay. That's cool. But it's also a game in which it expects you to be seriously impacted by massacring hundreds of civilians in an airport. And then it immediately undercuts that by making it like some undercover agent thing. Like it's like it tries to be serious, but then it's like, oh, by the way, we can also go blow up the White House and be totally fun with it and totally just quote The Rock of all things when it comes to action movies.
No Russian did not affect me at all for one thing. All the NPCs that you kill have the same face. And you can look at all the faces and realize that they all have the same guy's
phone line.
face.
It's because the battery's dying.
Oh.
And that's the kind of thing that, like, once you notice, you can't not notice it, and I noticed it on the first playthrough. And it killed all the seriousness I put into that.
Yeah.
And that is why I enjoyed the game. Because I stopped
Really?
taking it seriously the moment I started playing it.
It's-
The moment I saw that, like, that level, it probably, you know, it could have made a statement. It didn't. But at the same time, it didn't need to. I'm okay with it not doing that. Because I will say that, like, as people, as far as saying, like, Modern Warfare 2 was, like, you know, all of the Call of Duty games are, like, a yearly franchise. They come up with one that's, like, the exact same as the other one. Modern Warfare 2, I feel like, had enough changes from Modern Warfare 1 to be different enough by itself, and then every game after that
Yes.
reiterated on the second
Yes,
one.
this is where
So
we
it was
can
the
agree.
start.
It's from Modern Warfare 2 onward that everything sort of
Yeah.
became a
It was
malaise
the,
of
it was the
nonsense and
start
bullshit.
of what they
Yeah.
went back to every year.
Okay, I can get on.
And I'm fine with that.
I can get on board with that.
Yeah. And I will say, like I said, I enjoyed it. I can go through any map of it, any multiplayer online map, or any single player map, and play through it all the way through and just enjoy it and have fun with it and not take it seriously. But at the same time, I recognize that, like, it was the start of what is now, like, a recurring joke in gaming, that that Call of Duty will come up with a game a year and it'll be the same as the last one. Modern Warfare 3, I hated a lot.
I think everyone hated Modern Warfare 3.
So
it ruined
I-
a lot of
I
what
think Ricky
I
has to head out time-wise.
I do.
The last thing though, and I was eyeballing your giant collection of games, or your Chase is a giant collection of games over to my left. Talking about games that we don't have and we wish we ever played. Series of games that I have never touched and really want to is the Persona series.
Oh,
And you have Persona 4 over there for PS2.
They also gave me Persona 3. It was supposed to come with the soundtrack, but Persona 3 was in there instead.
Can I borrow that?
Yeah, you want to borrow it?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll get it. Where's it at?
It's like over here to the far left.
Yep.
Okay,
I
so
think actually Jack might be borrowing the Persona 3.
while they're doing all of that,
No, this is.
I'm going to go ahead and get
soundtrack.
my game out of the way that I
Something.
have loved and everyone hates. I've only gotten one. I think
Wait, hold on. Sorry, what were we talking about now?
I was getting onto my game that I love and that everyone hates.
Oh, and including in that Resident Evil 6. I love Resident Evil 6. Everyone who hates it, shut the fuck up.
Okay. Too Human by Silicon Knights was an amazing game for me. I loved it. A whole bunch of, like, a very unique take on Norse mythology. All that stuff. I loved it. Biggest complaint about it was the camera angle. How you had no control over it.
Is that? I was going to ask you. Is that why people just didn't like it? Was the camera?
They said it was repetitive, and I'm like, and I guess
They said a lot of other things.
What else did
the
they
biggest
say?
complaint I honestly heard was repetitive. Everything
No,
I
Ricky,
looked
what are
at,
you going to say? No, Ricky's mouthing it. No, say it. Say
everything
it.
I
They also had a
saw.
repetitive story, bad gameplay, poor graphics, and it really just wasn't that fun.
Damn, he just laid the hammer and he
gave
is
the a
leaving.
solid shot. I played that game
Get
for like
out! You're not
15
even supposed to
hours.
be here anymore.
Play for
One
Jeff.
thing, I do that with the guide. If you want the real ending.
I know enough. I know enough about
Okay.
these types of games.
Everything
where
I looked
know
up,
to play with
everyone
the
was
guy.
mainly
Yep.
just
All right,
saying
rock
that it was
on.
really
Good luck.
repetitive.
Tell me how you do.
Ricky out.
Interesting. Bye, guys.
Look,
Bye, Ricky.
Two human sucks.
I hate you.
join the drama club. It's part of Persona.
Okay.
I can't remember if I beat it or not. I got pretty far in it on 2 Human,
Yeah.
like around the end, but I stopped playing it. It became almost like I was really obsessed with getting loot, but like it was so like one day I just realized this is fucking stupid, and then I quit.
What, the loot part or
The
the
loot
game?
and everything else, like where I was just like this is
The
just
loot
dumb.
and the game. I mean,
Like,
The game is dumb. I'm done now.
like that's I'm not like it's really bad, but that is what happened. Like I enjoyed it, and then just one day, for some reason, I was just like, I fucking hate this game. I remember enjoying it, but I also remember the day when I was just like, I'm done. I'm fucking done with it. Not because it was hard. Maybe it was because it was repetitive. Maybe that's it. But I just stopped, like right at the end.
And see,
If I picked
I
it
was
up-
okay with it being repetitive, and I loved it. And I got so much loot.
Also, Mason does have a copy of 2 Human.
I had... my biggest complaint actually is the loot. Because there's an achievement for getting all 7 pieces of this specific like rating gear or like level gear or whatever. And I looked up the percentage drop for that. It's 0.01%.
See, why would they do like?
How is that an achievement?
It's not WoW. It's not a game like WoW. Borderlands, when they have like the legendary loot, that's multiplayer, and it's meant. Borderlands is a game that's meant to be played with more people.
2 Human was a single player game, and
Yeah,
the loot with but even then, I had the my armor set up on there. I looked just like a walking tank. I remember it. Like my shoulder pauldrons or whatever were just so stupidly big.
Yeah.
I was just like a running wrecking ball. Like that's honestly what it looked like. Just a ball of metal just running.
Goddamn.
But I do remember my mace. My mace's name was the Kingmaker.
Mm-hmm. Brady, okay? Kind
So
of spacing
cool.
out.
yes.
Okay.
But yeah, 2 Human, loved it. Everyone hates it. I don't care. I liked it.
Did you already say your games, Brad?
My game was Modern Warfare 2, and then also I'm going to throw this in there, even though it's not really a game people hate. It's just a game people like to make fun of. I like all of the Sims games.
I've never played.
I don't know why people make fun of them.
People make fun of it because it deserves to be made fun of. Because it, first of all, from
Too bad it's
Sims,
really successful.
from Sims 2 and 3, like after the first Sims games, the EA sucks, people. Let's admit
EA
that. Like
sucks.
EA is horrible.
It took Sims 2, which had all these features, like you could build your house and stuff. First of all, my favorite part of the Sims games is building the house. I like doing that.
You just need to build your house simulator, and you'll be set for
I know.
life.
It's the same thing with Roller Coaster Tycoon. I like Roller Coaster Tycoon
shit.
not because of the park managing aspects, but because I could build the biggest ass roller coasters and see them work and be like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's why I originally got Roller Coaster Tycoon, because that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
When I first started up, there was so much like management shit. I was like, I'm done.
I
I deleted the game.
No,
I didn't go any further.
The way I played that game is I would just do all the things, I would get the biggest loans, which of course screws you over if you play it long enough.
But
I never did. I just got the biggest loans and then built the biggest roller coasters and then quit before the loans started coming back. But no, it's the same thing. It's just like I do it for the the building aspect of it more than the playing aspect, because once you get into the playing, it becomes nitpicky and you get bored of it quickly. But then, anyway, what I was saying is, from Sims 2, they had all these different features that you could build with your house, like foosball tables,
Oh, sweet.
pool tables, A bunch of different TVs, a bunch of different wallpapers, a bunch of different
So many TVs.
carpets,
All
a
the
bunch of
TVs.
different like a bunch of different
House
aspects, a
made
bunch
of
of like
TVs.
workout equipment, all this different stuff that you could put into your house that for Sims 3 they got rid of so that they could sell you later.
Why?
They blatantly did that. I can go onto Sims 3 right now, look in the like entertainment section of like the furnish your house screen,
Yeah.
and where in Sims 2 there would just be a foosball table, or not foosball, but a pool table that you could just set down in the middle anywhere. There is a picture of a pool table and a little dollar sign next to it saying, you can buy this for this many Sims points.
Oh, what an ass.
It is blatant. It is blatant how much they've just cut out of this game so that they could sell you later. And they're going to do the same.
What do you
for
mean
The
by
Sims
sell
4.
you later?
Sell you the items that they cut out of the first game.
With actual money. Like, you
With
have to
actual money.
pay money.
Oh,
To buy
that's
it.
stupid.
Yep, and they're going to do it the same thing with the Sims 4 that's coming out. They've announced Sims 4. I'm sure they're going to be doing the same thing because EA
damn.
stands for electronic assholes, and they're just going to cut all this stuff out, and it's going to be it's going to cut out so much, and it's going to be a giant cash grab. And I admit that that's very bad, and the fact that like at the core of it, you're sitting there watching people do what you should really be doing with your life anyway.
Yep.
Like working out and hanging out with friends.
You're like,
and
yeah,
doing
my
homework.
sim is working out. Why you bet? You're just watching you.
And then you sit there and realize that this is what you're doing with your life. But I still like the games, and it's same thing with WoW, where I get a big kick to play it for like a month at a time, but then I stop and don't pick it up for years. I'm on a kick of Sims. And probably 2 months down the line, I'll watch this and say, Brad, shut up. What are you talking about? Sims is terrible.
Sims is bad.
Dude,
But no, I'm on the kick of it right now, and I have to admit that even through all the bullshit, I enjoy The Sims, and I'll play it for free, because I'm not gonna get hooked into it, EA. But
One of the things I saw
later
about
gets
EA
hooked into
later
it.
gets hooked
is like, well, not just EA, but like games nowadays in general. Though EA is like the biggest proponent of this, and it showed like I think 4 pictures of the Mona Lisa side by side. The first one
I've seen
was a
that
whole Mona Lisa saying $60 or whatever.
Yeah.
Go to the next one. Another Mona Lisa says $60, but then you have like a quarter of it cut off and shoved away,
That's
and
like-
it says like $10 or $20.
And it's like
Then the
DLC
next
or
one
something.
is another Mona Lisa cut in half, a quarter of it cut away, $60, and then there's another quarter of it cut away, split into 3, showing $2, $2, $2. Then the next one is another Mona Lisa, 1/4 of it cut away, saying $60, another quarter of it cut away, saying $20. The bottom half is split into 6 sections, saying like 5, 5, 5 on each one of those. And it's like games today.
Yeah.
or they could throw in another one that's just a work in progress Mona Lisa, saying early access Mona Lisa, $60.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, it's infuriating that's what games are nowadays. I hate it.
It's kind of stupid though, like that whole early access thing. Because if the game goes south, you're fucked. unless they're super nice and offer refunds.
What early access is it's writing a check to YouTubers, because it's getting a game. It's like getting a bunch of players
Oh yeah.
to play a game and show it off
Before
and get paid for it. But then once the actual game shows up and the problems of the game show up, they're already gone. They've already got their money out of it. And then everyone else who saw them and enjoyed the Let's Plays buys them and then realizes this game is actually a bundle of wood that's been set on fire. Like,
It's bad.
it's bad. That could be a different topic. though.
I've got. Are you done with all your games?
I'm done with games.
like
As
to
far as
keep
I
it
might
on?
come up with ones later, but I'm done with games that
I've got 2. Ricky brought up Arkham early on. One of the big things are like, it's like they took the same map from City and they reused it. So? So? They're like, it's too much like City. So? Fucking Arkham City was a great fucking game. If you could duplicate that game and change the story of it, it's still happening, all the really cool stuff and all the cool shit is going on. Why is that bad? Why is that fucking bad? And they're like, it could be a DLC. No. Do you see how much fucking time I put into Arkham City? Look at it. Well,
No.
let me pull it up.
No.
Fucking fucking
592 hours.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Chase, you need help.
No. Fucking. Okay, where is it? Names.
Vamp a little bit. Hey,
It is my third most played game of all time. 50 hours. What fucking game nowadays that's like this can
Pokemon.
you get 50 hours on?
Oh wait, not like that.
I have 300 hours in Team Fortress 2, Chase.
Do you really?
Yes, 350 hours.
Oh my god! But you're well,
Get that weak ass shit out of here.
But what I'm saying is, I like the story in Origins more than I did.
It is.
Fucking Arkham City.
You're buying the story for it, and then each story is its own mission by itself.
Yeah,
I can see, I can see that. I can also see though why people would want it to be a DLC. Like, I can see both sides of it. As like, if you're buying it for the story, and each story is its own mission that you progress, and the gameplay comes through the missions that progress the story that you're buying. That I can see why you justify it. I can also see why some people would be like, "We're gonna need more for it." I can see both sides.
It's. You remember how we talked about ODST should have been DLC?
Yes.
And you know all those points that we made. This is why it should. Arkham Origins does not make any of those points. Like it's not. It should not. It should not be a DLC.
It has enough gameplay hours in it. It wasn't designed to be a DLC.
And not once did I feel like it was a copy of Arkham City. Not once. Yes, it was still taking place in the same setting, but it felt like a completely different game. It really did. And the origin story with like meeting Joker and all that shit, and you got to see Joker's origin story, was awesome. Fucking... It upsets me when people are saying, like, oh, the good things are bad. Like, when they're like, oh, man, it takes the same place in Arkham. Well, where the fuck else is it gonna place? Batman only happens in either fucking Arkham City or Gotham. Where else Batman fucking go? He lives in those two places. Like, no, they have very limited things that they could do.
Then he's, like, all over the world.
Yeah, but he's not in the Justice League right now.
It needs all the different DC universes.
Like, it's so retarded. It makes me so upset when people are like, "Oh, it takes place."
You should
in
be
Arkham.
able to play as Batman, as a Batman who can only travel by roller skates.
I wish that was a thing, but no, like especially.
What?
I mean,
The DC universes are crazy.
Arkham Knights. You're going into Gotham. That's the first time they're doing it. And, you know, they're bringing in the Batmobile to drive around and shit. Like, you can just drive with the Batmobile. Full freedom, mobility, all that stuff. And I think they said it also has Arkham City in it, too. Like, the city built for, like, prisoners and everything.
Yeah.
I think it's got that in it, too. So it's covering everything. Like, I don't know. Arkham Origins, like I said, probably my favorite. I liked it more than I did Arkham City. Yeah. I did. My last game that a lot of people don't like, and I can totally understand why, Animal Crossing.
It has a following, I gotta say. I'm not into it, but it's got a following of people who are so genuinely excited for that game.
Yeah, like, I almost play it at least 2-3 times a week now. I'll just go on, manage, like, village, like, you know, make money and do just like a bunch of random shit. It's just an escape. That's really all it is, and it's fun. And I don't have to be heavily invested into it.
Can I throw out a game that is kind of not exactly hated, but just kind of like, I don't know, it's criticized a lot.
What?
Dynasty Warriors?
Really? Dynasty Warriors?
Because it is at the core of the same game.
That is true. It always tells the Epic of the Three Kingdoms.
And it's also, like, the only difference is sometimes you get more characters. You get more characters, but that's about it. You get more characters. The maps don't really matter.
Yeah.
Because they're really just a setting for you to kill things.
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of talked about this during the Dynasty Warriors game. It's just, like, the most visceral, like, mind-numbing enjoyment I can get out of a game of just, like, thousands of people on a battlefield, and you kill every single one of them. But that is a game that, like, I can see why people wouldn't like it, and do
that makes
people
sense
do
now
criticize
that you
it.
say it.
People do criticize it.
So is that it for games that?
That was all on my list.
And that was all on mine. The last topic is games that you have that you actually want to start.
No, I thought it was games that we don't like that everyone likes.
Because,
I thought it was games that we have that we want to play. Because I have a bunch. Or I have 5.
We haven't done either of those.
Because, like I said, I honestly don't have a back catalog.
You don't? Okay.
I don't. because I don't have many
I've
games
got,
on my
like,
Steam.
maybe
All right,
2
I'll
games.
save it for I'll save it for another time. Now.
But I have a list, and of these,
What is this? Games that we hate that people love?
no, not so much that we hate, that we just either A,
Dislike.
never got into, or B, we don't like.
Okay.
It's like, not specifically we hate this franchise or this game or anything, but we just never got into it, never got into the hype. I have a bunch. Only 3 of them I really have stories about. First of all, Ricky mentioned Resident Evil. Never played a Resident Evil game. A lot of these, you'll notice, are Japanese games. I haven't played a lot of Japanese games. I'm not into them a lot. Ni no Kuni, that's a game that everyone loved. Chase can vouch for this. I tried.
He did. He put in like 12 hours into it.
I tried to get into it. I loved everything about the game except for the game. I loved the setting. I was liking where the story was going.
The animation.
I love the animation, and the actual like visuals were stunning. Some of the best visuals at Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
Which
I can understand that.
it's got so much good going for it, but once combat starts, I want to stop playing.
I will admit, like, the mix of the real-time combat and the menu selection, I can honestly see where you're coming from.
No,
It's kind of a pain. It honestly is, but the reason why I pushed through it is because of the story. Like, I loved everything else, like the monster managing system, like the combat was tiring, even though it sucked because that's when you spend most of your time.
Yep.
But once you start getting later into it, when you get 3 party members,
Yeah.
it becomes a lot better.
And to be honest, it's just like I said, part of this like the games I don't like, I never got into. It's like a lot of these are Japanese games.
You also don't like grinding, though, right?
I don't like. Well, there's an exception for Pokemon, but no, I don't like grinding. And I did have to grind my Pokemon. I finally did the thing that every Pokemon player since they've been fucking 4 has ever done. They got their team to level 100. All of them. I've never done that. I finally did that. I'm 21 years old. I did that.
I am 21
It was
years old.
excruciating, and I hated
I've never
it.
gotten a full team to 100.
You've gotten single
I've gotten
Pokemon to 100, haven't you?
I've gotten single Pokemon to 100. I've gotten.
I always
that was
get-
another
I've gotten
thing.
maybe 2 or 3. Pokemon,
I always get
but
my
I've
starters to
never
100 in every game, and
gotten
then
to-
maybe 1 or 2 that are in my party. But I've never made a team that I want to use, and like whenever I battle someone, and then get it to 100. I've never done that.
I did that. I slightly, like maybe 3 months before that, I got my first ever Pokemon up to level 100. Which again, like that's the thing. I'm sure
What was it? Was it for Alligator?
for Alligator.
Rock on.
Yeah. Again, that's like something that I'm sure a lot of Pokemon players did when they were like 5 years old. But it's something that I never did because I don't like the grind. Once I start a Pokemon game, once I beat the Elite Four, I start over because I don't like. Afterwards, all that's left for me is a grind to do things that I don't fucking care about. But
What's
the
your
thing is,
what's your earliest carried over Pokemon? Like, you know how you
for Alligator's the only carried over Pokemon.
What did you carry it over from?
Soul Silver.
Soul Silver?
I never carried a Pokemon over from before Soul Silver.
Okay.
It's the only time I've ever done it.
My earliest is my Blaziken,
Blaziken,
from Ruby, and I still have that motherfucker.
Yep. No, once I finish Elite Four, I'll start over and get a new team and just go through it. I'll usually stop halfway through. The second playthrough is when I stop.
Keep going.
But no, one thing I'm not very into Japanese storytelling. Like, there's a lot of like tropes and like a lot of tropes and like cliches. Trope is kind of like it's a formula to write. For writing, it's like
okay.
you expect to see that. It's kind of a cliche, but like it doesn't always. The trope isn't always a cliche, but it's something kind of like that. But it is like there are a lot of aspects of Japanese storytelling that like I just don't. That can't get me sucked into a
I'm
game.
jealous of you.
Do you remember the story I told about that?
This is Chase's Pokemon Crystal, by the way.
That I had every Pokemon, the whole Pokedex, caught all, legally, and then it got sent through the washing machine, and I keep it as a reminder of my lost childhood, and to not always check my pockets. We brought that up. I'm sorry. I remember that I always wanted to show you guys this, and here it is. Yeah.
Are you gonna frame that?
I
feel like you should. That'd be a thing.
You should.
That'd be legitimately like a thing to frame and just be like, this is like my childhood memories.
This is the embodiment of my childhood.
laying on the bar. Oh no, never mind.
But anyway, yeah, I'm just like a lot of things from Japanese.
Also, I
storytelling.
called you a cheat. Forgot I had this.
AR.
The action replay for the PS2. Because you said that you used action replay.
I used Game Shark,
Game Shark.
but that was just for the demo discs.
You have red,
Yeah, it still works. I also had silver.
dude.
They
That was
both
just
work.
for the-
Batteries still work.
The demo disc. Like I got from Pizza at one time like some Game Shark demo discs.
Yeah.
And no, what I was saying was a lot of things about
You mean a
Japanese
demo disc
storytelling.
like this?
What is it?
Demo disc. I don't know what's on here. It's been
Oh.
so long.
But like a lot of things from Japanese storytelling just don't interest me enough to like get invested in the story that much.
Tails?
Mm,
Well, if we actually were all together when we played Symphonia, like as in we kept on going with it, because apparently it's got the best story out of them, but I really like Zillia, so
we need to. We should.
there's no way. Like,
I know.
we
There's
will
not,
never
but
finish it.
I miss doing that.
no, but I'm just saying like
unless we do what Jack and I did.
there's a lot of just like aspects of Japanese storytelling that don't get me invested as much as I feel like they should. I don't know if it's just like cultural differences or whatever, but it's just
What about
admit,
Okami?
I can't think of a single Japanese game that I played through that like got me as invested in it as like let's say BioShock Infinite.
Okay.
I can't think of a single one, and that's true. I haven't played a lot, but of the games that I have played and through the stories I have seen, it's just. And I'm sure if I played through Persona, that's supposed to have a really good one. I'm sure I would enjoy it, but it's just
I've
like
heard so many things about it. Never played it.
But it's just like I don't know. It doesn't. Nothing about. I will say like the most like telling thing for me is nothing grips me in the same way like a lot of Western games do. Nothing like grabs me and holds me in. It like I'll play it, I'll enjoy it, but then I'll be okay with setting it down and not picking it up again.
You know what? To be honest, it's the reason why. At least because a lot of my games are Japanese games or from overseas. That hook doesn't come until later.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No,
Not
I'm,
like far in the game, but like
I got
like
a short,
later
fat
on the
American
first,
contingent span. Give me the thing now. I want
like
it.
the
I want
first
it now.
fourth, like at the end of the first fourth of the game. That's always where it is. It's always right the fuck there. Like in any Final Fantasy game you'll ever play, Ni no Kuni
Never
it was
played one
right
of those.
there.
Never played.
Fucking Okami. I'm only bringing up the games we just talked about, but I mean everything. At the first fourth end of the game, that's where the fucking hook is.
Yeah, but then those games are like 100 hours long,
Yeah.
200 hours long.
And
I don't. It's not even that like I don't have that amount of time. I'm sure I can make that amount of time. I just get bored of it. I get bored of it within the first like 12 hours.
Yeah.
And that's just the thing. I can't. And that brings up to a few other games. I've never played a Final Fantasy game all the way. Well, I only demoed Final Fantasy X.
That's more than me.
That was it, and I hated it. I legitimately that was the one game on that demo disc I played. And I played fucking Metal Solid.
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Solid.
I played Metal Gear Solid on that game, and on that demo disc, it was like just the first
Metal
level.
Solid is one of my favorite game series.
Dude, I love Final God, but no, Metal Gear Solid. I played the first level of the first game.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the hell out of it. Like that was such a
the
fun
PlayStation.
PlayStation 1.
Oh, really?
Metal Gear Solid 1, the first game of
So you
when
like
were
that
actually-
intro part on Shadow?
I loved it, and I
Shadow
played.
Moses.
That was one game I kept coming back to. I didn't actually know the name of it as I was playing it. I was just like,
this is fun.
dude, I fucking love this weird blue guy as he's like going through and like these stormtroopers trying to catch me. That's how I remember that game. I remember it more as a Star Wars game than a Metal Gear Solid. But
Shit.
I didn't play any Final Fantasy game except for demoing the number 10. I never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
I think you like Kingdom Hearts.
I did play Fable. Hated it.
Oh, damn.
Fable 3, I should say.
I didn't like Fable 3.
And
That
2.
was mainly because of
Fable 3 and Fable 2.
Fable 2 is because of me.
Fable 2 is because of you. I have a
Wait,
story,
why?
ladies and gentlemen of
What
the
did you
podcast.
do?
It was one of the achievements. I needed to get.
No.
Okay.
Let me tell it. Okay, so Chad
Me
and
and
Colton, who've you seen in previous videos.
Yep.
What did you do?
You'll
They
listen.
If
they
it's something
both
about a
have Fable
weapon,
2.
that motherfucker did it to me too.
No,
or like
no.
some dolls. He did it for me.
Yep. Okay, so
God
Fable 2
damn it, Chad.
Fable
God
2
fucking
came out,
damn it.
and those Chad and Colton both got into it, and they started playing it, and was it over Xbox Live that you did this? Okay, they got into it and they played it, and then eventually they started telling me about it. They're like, dude, Fable 2, such a good game. You need to play it. I'm like, well, what's Fable 2? And they're like, it's just,
Did
it's
you
part of the
only
Fable
get
game.
him in it for the fucking dolls?
No.
They played the Fable, yes.
No.
They played Fable, and
Oh.
they played Fable, and they kept telling me, you gotta play it. It's such a good game. You gotta play it. I'm like, what? Fine. I'll get it. I think I got it from GameStop when it was cheap.
Good.
And I was just like, okay, I'll get it. Fine, I got it. I started playing it, and they're like, okay, you gotta do this. It was over Xbox Live.
What, they
Like,
get
do
you
this,
to the
do-
point
no,
where you
no,
get-
like, just like, okay, what are you doing? Is this the first level? Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, sweet. Dude, this part's awesome. Dude, this part's cool. You got a dog. Or was that in Fable 3? It was Fable 2. Like, you got a dog. You do all those things. That's awesome.
wasn't
You get in the
solely for
first
the
area,
achievement.
and then I started telling them where I was, and then eventually to the part where I was like, okay, I'm in this town, and they're like, is it a town with like a bunch of merchants? And I'm like, yeah, and they're like, is there like a merchant that sells like mini games? And like, is there a doll one? I'm like, yeah. Hey, jump on that doll one. Colton and I want to see if you help me with something. If you can help us with them. I'm like, okay.
I bet after
So
that
played
point
the
they
shooting-
fucking just leave you alone.
I played the shooting mini game where like I shot the targets, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing pretty well. They're like, oh yeah, how good are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing it really well. I'm getting better. And then eventually I got like high enough score. They're like, oh dude, I got a doll. And they're like, oh yeah, what doll did you get? And I just like, I don't know, this girl doll. They're like, fuck. They never fucking asked me.
Oh
They
my
never
God.
talked to me about the game
Right.
again.
You're
They
an ass.
just
You're
wanted
a
me to
fucking
collect
ass.
some doll that I didn't even fucking get. And then after that, I never played the game again.
I remember how just like achievement hungry you were. I don't remember Colton, but I know you. I know you fucking just went ape shit over that game and its achievements. I remember it. I remember having to help you on things.
Yep.
Fuck
And
you.
I did
That's
not.
that is a big dick move.
I did not enjoy Fable 2 the amount I played of it, and after I realized that I was just some pawn in a cosmic scheme to get the most dolls,
That's some fucking.
I was just like,
wow.
okay, I'm gonna return it, so I returned it. I got Fable 3 because I was like, maybe it's supposed to be pretty
You
good.
went in the wrong direction.
And then it got worse.
Fable 1 was really good.
Fable 1 is honestly the
So,
best
yeah.
thing. And
No.
then there's Fable the Journey, and let's just send that to the bowels of hell right now.
So
and
no,
talk
the
about
Fable
it again.
series has been ruined for me because these two wanted me to get a doll, and I didn't get the doll, and then they dropped me like a sack of flaming shit. So I was
You're
just
an
like,
asshole.
okay.
It
them.
wasn't solely because of that.
But it was still part of it, though. You're not saying you're like it wasn't all of the reason.
Okay, it wasn't all the reason.
I enjoyed the game when it was out, when I was playing it, when I was trying to get you to play it. I wanted you to actually play it.
But
And
then
I
you
liked-
dropped me after I didn't get the doll. You two did not like enthuse about the game.
It's
after
because
that.
we after you got the game and started playing it, you started to not like it, and we were just like, okay, if you're not gonna like it, please at least just get to this point so we can see if you can help.
I
us.
remember specifically. I was like, "Oh, dude, I just got a doll." They're like, "Oh yeah, what doll did you get, dude? What doll did you get?" I was just like, "I don't know, some girl doll." They're like, "Fuck, damn it!" I was like, "What?"
It's like, don't worry about it.
And the last game series, it's an entire series that I've not gotten into. I'm sure I would like it. I just don't care at this point. Is any Zelda game? I've never played a Zelda game.
I think
Side
your first
note-
might be Hyrule Warriors.
I found
Probably
my
not.
Legend of Zelda Twilight
come?
Princess.
Because I
Covered in
don't
soot.
buy Dynasty Warriors games now.
No, I meant like when you play it with me.
When I play with you, I'm sure I'll play it, but like, I don't.
It's also only on the Wii U.
I don't like as it is now. I don't buy Dynasty Warrior games. I mean, I like them fine, but I mean, it's not something I would go out and get. I very rarely go out and get new games, and Hyrule Warriors is not something that I feel like I am going to get because it is a Zelda game. It's a Dynasty Warriors game with Zelda characters, but it's just I'm not in. I've never played a Zelda game, and it's just like I don't really. I like the fandom that surrounded it because a lot of it is that kind of like not hardcore gamers, but just like lifelong gamers.
Yeah.
They're the ones who like got it early on and then it stuck with them throughout.
Like Kingdom Hearts.
Like Kingdom Hearts. It's something from their like childhood gaming experiences that they carried on. I can respect that. But there's nothing worse than someone trying to get you into their own nostalgia.
That's true.
So I never got into it.
That is true.
I actually found my Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess covered in soot.
Soot? Like actual soot?
Because when his house
Actual
burned
soot
down.
from when my house
Oh,
burned.
okay.
It was sitting on top, like most games. You set it face down, and then with the reflective side up.
Nope, don't do that. I put
I
it back
did.
in the case.
Well, no, if I don't put it back in the case, I just set it down with the reflective side up on top of the Wii.
I do it.
See?
Yeah. Okay.
Ricky does it a lot. And that's where it was when my house got fired.
See, I thought you were when you said soot, I thought you meant it was like the dust had gotten so extreme
It turned
into
into
soot.
No, my mom.
God damn it!
My mom actually
So metal.
walked into the TV room a few days ago saying, "Is this yours? What is this?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you have it?"
Maybe you can finally beat it.
Dude, I don't know if I'll be able to get the soot off without damaging it.
I do.
Motherfuckers
I
are
have.
not.
But I've never.
You know, there's
beat a Legend of Zelda
nothing.
game.
There's nothing worse than not playing a Zelda game than playing a Zelda game and not finishing it. You motherfucker! Like,
I will say
to the last level in
kind of
two
going
separate games.
kind of going off of a topic that isn't really a topic relating to what we're talking about, but was a topic. I've gotten to the habit of putting the games back in the cases, but I've not gotten into the habit of putting the cases away. So, like, where there used to be just a stack of discs facing down, now there's a stack of cases. Because I'm intelligent. I'm like committed enough to put them in the case, but not committed enough to put them away. So like it's like a weird mixture of laziness and like commitment to keeping the game in good condition.
now that I have the bookshelf in my room with those games, if I don't put the games away, it looks bad.
That's
it just
true,
looks
though.
weird.
Like there's one right here I'm noticing missing.
Mason's got in his room. It's Sonic.
Yeah.
Sonic Racing. Yep.
Why?
Because he likes playing it. He plays
But,
it now.
Is Sonic Racing Sonic R? Is that the same game?
I don't know what Sonic R is.
There's like a Sonic R that's like racing, but it's like it might be for an earlier console.
But no, like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, I
Oh,
got to
God.
like right near the last.
I guess not, because that's for Sega Saturn.
I think
I got
it-
to like
think
the
it
last
was, I
level.
think it
and
was a
stopped.
racing game, but
It is a racing game.
yeah. Everyone's in a vehicle except Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails.
No,
Fucking 80s
no,
in a
no.
car.
The thing is,
Or a tank.
the
I'm
Sonic
not really
char-
sure.
the Sonic characters, they're like kart is them, and instead of kart racing, it's just them running. But they handle like cars,
Oh,
which is
God.
terrible. But anyway, sorry, Chad, you're saying.
Legend of Zelda Wind Waker got to the set. Like I think maybe the second to final place. Stopped playing. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess got to like the final time where you go into the Twilight Zone, and stopped playing.
How do you fucking do that? Like, once I started Wind Waker, which I should be given shit for this, like, that I just finally started it, like, last month and beat it. You know, it's been, it's
By the
been
way,
out for a long
I know
time.
I asked you this. What did you think of the final song?
I don't know what you're talking about, because there wasn't anything memorable. Like,
Really?
like, the whole final part, like, everything?
There's like a song going on during
When the water's coming down and they're drowning, or
no, not when the fight's happening, when he's giving a speech.
after it?
After it.
With the piano stuff?
I think so.
I didn't think that was very anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
Like, it's not. I'm not saying it was bad. It was just like.
it was just a thing that was there.
Yeah.
Right.
And because it was real quiet, and then there was a piano playing. But
Yeah,
it wasn't
you-
like it wasn't like a blissful like piano thing. It was
No,
just
it
very,
was
like,
just very like it almost had like a somber sound to it. But if you just we'll get into that another time. Anyway, yeah.
Are we good? Is that it?
I can't think of another.
Any
like,
closing
Oh,
thoughts?
did you guys have any
I
series?
have the games. One game.
Oh yeah,
that
shit! I actually had some stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So no,
I-
I just went, but that was it.
I have at least one game that I know of that I can't say that. No, I don't like it. It's not that it's bad.
Yeah.
I don't like it. BioShock.
I will say that is a game I haven't played all the way through. Like,
Even Infinite.
Infinite.
BioShock 1. I should be more specific.
That's weird. People actually don't like BioShock 2, and I totally agree with them.
I never even tried
But BioShock
2.
1 is. I liked BioShock.
I tried
didn't-
BioShock 1, couldn't get into it. Never tried BioShock 2, didn't even look at it.
I was just gonna say the same thing
BioShock
of like
Infinite just blew my mind.
I was just gonna say the same thing of like I started playing it once at Colton's house, and there was
One
just,
or
like,
two?
One, and like it was one of those things where I had the limited amount of time to play it, and like I was like, this is pretty interesting, and then it was one of those things where like I wasn't a big fan of the starting tutorial level, kind of the same thing with Oblivion. Another game that like I couldn't get into just because I hated the first level so
and that
much.
sucks. Like that's. I want to let you borrow it, and I'll do the intro and then just turn you loose on the game. I like it more than Skyrim. Like,
Yeah.
it's...
I will say my hatred for Oblivion kept me from getting Skyrim for a while, and then I really enjoyed Skyrim. It was one of my favorite games of last generation. And it might turn out that I like it again if I can get past the worst opening for a game ever.
No, it's terrible. It's so bad, but it hurts me when you're like, I hate Oblivion, because I'm like, no, if you actually you'd love it.
I hated
You'd
the
love it
opening,
so
and
much.
the opening is all I got through. I didn't even get through it. It's just once I got out of the sewers, I was just like, I don't actually want to play this game anymore. And I got, like, the intro to Bioshock isn't gripping me that much. And it's the same thing. I need the grip. I need the hook.
I've actually never seen the beginning of Infinite, but I've seen the middle and everything. In the middle, it looks amazing.
The beginning is
And the end is a mindfuck.
the beginning of Infinite. The only reason I like the beginning of Infinite is because of how beautiful it is.
I remember I was
It
there for
isn't-
that, and you're like, oh my god, look at this fucking shop. There's no purpose to it, but it's so cool.
Yeah, like
I remember
the entire
that.
opening of
Oh
Infinite
my
is
God.
it
gorgeous.
shouldn't be that interesting to me because it's just you walking through the place, but it's so beautiful and so detailed, and like this shop has no purpose, but it's there, and I
Attention
can
to
look and I
detail.
can see a bunch of grapes sitting on a counter. And
remember-
be like, I can't eat the grapes, but
We've
they're there.
said that in a past video. Like,
Yeah.
I hate it when I like walk by shops and it's like it's like a texture of a wall that's
It's
the
boarded
inside
up.
in the shop.
Or when it's boarded up, I
Yeah.
hate even more.
Like in Sleeping Dog, like I said, I played Sleeping Dogs, and I'd just go into a shop and be like, there is nothing. Like, I'd walk in here,
Deus
this
Ex.
shop has no point, but it's awesome. It's all done.
Deus Ex has them.
So much
like,
in Deus
fucking-
Ex because I would go in there and be like, alright, let's see what I can get.
Nothing.
There's nothing in here.
But it's cool as fuck
Fucking-
because I still have that option to go in there.
Fuck.
No,
Bioshock
like, it
Infinite has
tricked
them.
me into thinking that there was something there. Yeah, I went into a pointless, like, bit of existence in this game, looking for something because it looked cool enough to have it.
And the funny thing is,
and nothing was there.
the funny / sad thing is, it's weird to think about the amount of effort game developers put into a room they knew had no purpose.
Yeah.
Like, they had to texture everything in that place. Sure, they probably reused some textures, but they had to still, like, put code in the game to make a room that did nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
But no, like, the amount of that kind of detail is... But anyway, Bioshock Infinite. But Bioshock 1 didn't have that grip of just, like, walking through and seeing everything so beautiful
Didn't you
for
say
me.
you were ever going to try to go back? And...
I'm going to try to go back and play it. Like, that's the one game in my back catalog is Bioshock 1. And I want to play it. And it's just, like, the grip. I need that grip. And I'm using a fishing metaphor. The like, commercials and stuff and the marketing for a game is what's the bait. The thing that makes you want to get it. But then the hook is the initial opening of a game. And once... You can be attracted to a game, but if the hook breaks off in your mouth, you're going to swim away and not play it.
Not care.
But if it's got no good marketing or no good like exposure, you're not going to even know that this fishing lure that could be the best fucking hook in existence. You won't know it exists.
I know what you're saying. Uncharted 3's commercial, Nathan Drake with Subway, how he was slinging around saying like, "I love Subway." I wanted to get that game so bad. No, that was an embarrassment.
No,
I'll show it.
that's the kind of
I'll
thing. It's
show
like
it to you later.
it's
I'll
got to
pull it
have
up.
both. It's got to have both like the good presence to like make people know that it's there, and then a good hook to get into the mouth early, and then you'll just be dragged along with it as it goes wherever it's going.
Oh,
And Bioshock Infinite had that. Bioshock 1 does not exactly have that. We're watching a commercial now.
No. I'm just waiting for this shit to go.
Okay.
Here we go. Nope. Hold on.
I remember that. I remember those
I'll pause it for
commercials.
later. I'll pause it for
Fuck,
later.
I remember those. But no, it's the hook is really important to me, and Bioshock 1 did not have that hook initially. But that also might be because I got into the game late, and that I kind of knew already what the whole deal was with the big daddies and the little sisters, so I kind of know like the intrigue and the mystery that they set up in the first game initially, like the tutorial sequence. I knew a lot about that, so that kind of got rid of part of the hook. I gotta admit.
For this is a game series. Now, I'm not saying that I don't like it, that I hate it. I will play it. It is good, but it's something for me to not think. For when I just don't feel like I don't want to put any effort into gaming, but I just want to do something.
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I think it is. I don't really care for it that much as a series. I own one Call of Duty game.
Mm.
I'll borrow them and play them. I'm never going to put any more money into the Call of Duty franchise than what I already have.
Dude, I totally feel you on that.
It's a great, just brainless shooter.
Yeah, and we talked about that, the wanting to get away and just like mind-numbing games, like with the Android thing. One of our earlier PodCouches. You should go take a look at that. But no, they keep making, like, my brother owns every single either Battlefield and Call of Duty games. Every single one. He was like,
I have Call of Duty Ghost.
Yeah, you do. He's like, I'm not gonna get Ghost. That looks stupid. Day like 5 after it's been out, I see him playing it. He's like, I'm not gonna get this new Call of Duty Hardline. No, that's Battlefield, but he's gonna get it. He always does. Like, I don't understand why.
Why the fuck would they kill Soap in Game 3 instead of Captain Price?
Okay.
God damn it, that made me so mad.
But no, I totally agree with you. I've never played. I played multiplayer with Mason, and that was fun because he was playing with someone I knew. But
I think one of the main reasons why I even got Ghost was to play with my brother, and I haven't even opened the game from its case.
I don't like games
like
that have like I don't like army games like that, like the military setting type. I don't like that.
Realistic army shooter.
Yeah, I don't like
that. That is a game genre that has been oversaturated for a while. Like when Modern Warfare 1 came out, that kind of started it, the first Modern Warfare game. And are you talking about modern or all like even World War, even like historic armies?
Yeah, historic armies. But I will tell you what, I do really like army or plane games, like where you like fly a plane and stuff and like shoot and bomb stuff. Love that stuff. But the military, I don't like that. No, and I'm not saying that I don't like shooters. I do like shooters. Just I can't get into it for some reason.
Yeah, you've even been saying that you haven't been getting into Halo as much recently.
Well, shooter, like I've been on a big JRPG kick, and I just got back on my shooter kick. Like after I played Destiny, that's why I started at Borderlands 2 again. I'm back on a shooter kick now.
Gotcha.
We should rock up some Halo sometime.
I'm not. Yeah, I love. Yeah.
I play some Halo, but yeah.
My Xbox.
I still have my list.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's Chase's
I'm pretty sure I didn't really have a whole lot.
The biggest one on my list, Gears of War.
Really?
Gears of War.
Oh yeah.
I played Gears of War 2. It was fun to play. Don't understand why it was as big as it was.
To be honest, I like playing it. I got to the final boss of Gears of War 1.
Okay.
Couldn't beat it, but just even playing Gears of War 1, I'm so lost in it. Like the whole backstory and everything, I don't know what's going on. It's just suddenly, oh, by the way, or here you go. Here's the gun. Go kill things. What happened to Earth? Don't worry about it.
That's what it felt like.
Don't worry about it. Just go shoot.
I played 2, and because I found it at GameStop, it was the collector's edition, and it was $10. I was like, sold.
Yeah,
sold.
That's a deal.
Played it, and I was like, I have no idea what's going on, but I beat it. I beat it because I felt like I had to. And then I was like, okay, I did enjoy that. I'm going to go play 1 because I have no fucking idea what that's about. Played 1.
They don't give you any information.
I never played any of the Gears of War campaigns. I played the multiplayer, and I really enjoyed the multiplayer.
Like I said, it's fun. I do not think it deserves as big as a following / hype as it always does. It always gets.
I can agree with that.
Shots fired.
Like if they can kind of describe at least a little bit better what the hell is going on in the game, I think that'd be fine. But it's
like if in Halo you didn't know what the Spartans were, or who the Forerunners were, or why the Covenant were attacking Earth, and you're just like, it's that situation.
Was.
Yeah, if the game did not tell you any of that information,
and it just said go kill,
and they made 4 games out of it. Cough, cough. Gears of War 4 games.
Cough, cough.
Cough,
yeah,
cough,
no.
cough.
Now that you say it, I haven't played any of the Gears of War campaigns. I played the multiplayer, and I can see like the hook would probably be in the multiplayer. To be honest,
it is. Honestly, it is.
It is a unique style of multiplayer. I gotta say, it's much more deliberate than like any first-person shooter I've ever played. It's like each like shot. Well, Last of Us, I played that recently. The multiplayer, got that same kind of thing of like each shot you take and each like step and each like duck and cover that you make, you have to do it just right, otherwise you're gonna die.
Mhm.
And dying means something there, more so than it means like in most multiplayer shooters. Like, I can die 17 times in a Halo game, as long as I get more kills than that, I'll feel vindicated. I mean, Gears of War, you die, that's a lot bigger of a punishment, and it's a lot more deliberate, and I can see that kind of pull as far as like why people loved it so much.
Yeah, they didn't sell it for the story.
It wasn't in the single player.
I can already say
I can
that.
say
Like,
it wouldn't
was
probably
just
wouldn't be in
for
the single player.
It's kind of like Titanfall.
Well, Titanfall doesn't have a single player.
Exactly. They sold it for the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Which annoys me. I don't like it if a game doesn't have a single player.
I'm okay with it, because that's most of the time what I'm going to do anyway. Why put effort into something you know isn't going to be good anyway?
Unless you... What? Wait, what?
What?
They're not going to put effort into a thing that they know no one's going to like care about.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I care about it.
Like, I'm sure with Halo
Because they're Call of Duty
4,
people.
Halo 4, I would assume that they, the multiplayer is a big thing. Why did they put so much effort into?
Because that franchise is a single player and multiplayer game, whereas Call of Duty for the longest time has been a purely multiplayer game with a single player tacked onto it.
That's true.
It's
Why
the
do
exact
they keep
opposite.
doing
It's
that?
the exact opposite of Last of Us, where it's a single player game with a multiplayer tacked onto it. This is a multiplayer game with a single player tacked onto it. And for Titanfall, they just got rid of the entire charade and just said, nope, it's just multiplayer. We know what you're playing for.
I would have played for story.
Yeah, but you're lame.
I'm gonna go ahead and leave now, guys.
No, I mean, it's just they know the vast majority of the audience won't.
I can see that.
Playing to what you know.
Yeah,
So
and they, like I said, they are the Call of Duty guys. They got used to this audience, and once they moved away, they knew the audience would still get the game. But really, they're not going to put that much effort towards a single player when they know the audience they're selling to is not really going to play the single player if they do it.
Series number 2, the Resistance series for PlayStation.
Don't know it.
Yeah,
I don't have a PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I got Resistance 3 just recently because I played the beta of it when it first came out, and I was like, oh, okay, that was really fun. Got Resistance 2 as well, and Resistance 1, that way I could understand the story. Didn't like it.
Yeah.
Just didn't like it. Nope, I tried. I really fucking tried, too, because it's one of the things, it's, Sony's got one of the red cases on it, which is like the greatest hits. Mm-hmm. And normally those are fucking incredible, but
never even heard of it. Never played it.
I heard a lot of good things about Resistance 3.
Yeah.
Not so much about Resistance 2 or 1.
Another game. I actually got this game. Came with my PS2 or PS3 when I got it, so I played it immediately because those are the only games that I could get. One of them was the MLB The Show, which that was actually really fun. That was my first sports game that I was really big into. But the game that I did not like, and I still don't like the series to today, Killzone. And that's a shooter. Everyone loves it. I can't get into it. I just can't. And I got Killzone 3. I was like, hopefully that'll be better. Couldn't get into it. I felt like I needed to play. The story was so heavy. It's like Gears of War. Like, the story wasn't that important to playing the game to where you could still play it. The Killzone games, if you have not played them from the first, I guarantee you will not understand what the fuck is going on.
But shouldn't that be how it is? If it's a game in a series, that's like.
But it's a shooter.
Yeah,
it's a shooting game.
But it's a story-based shooter.
But I mean, Halo. The first Halo game I played all the way through was 3, and that made me want to go back and play 2 and 1. But even from just playing 3 by itself, there are still clues and hints everywhere that I still could pick up on the story. Killzone 3 was so heavily story-based.
Reliant on the other ones?
I couldn't get any enjoyment out of it.
And it didn't want you to go back and play the other ones?
No. I started with 2, and I was I felt like that to understand 2, I'd have to play through all of 1. It's like, if I have a game, how I got Kingdom Hearts 2, you could start it up, because I got 2 first before I got 1. Got it at a garage sale, played through it all. It still showed hints and flashbacks from 1 that I didn't need to go and buy 1, but I still bought it anyway so I could play through the full game.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 is no help. Like, there is nothing about the previous events. It's all forward.
Yep.
I mean, it was...
I mean, there. Yeah.
I understand what you're getting at.
No,
like,
But
you
when you put it like that, I mean, there is a difference between like a game or any kind of story, like making you want to go back and learn more and forcing you to go back and learn more.
And that's what it felt like. It felt like I was being forced to go back and learn more.
And I agree with you on that point, but I will say, I mean, that's mostly as far like for me. That stuff is like lore and like the background of a thing. I don't like it when a game forces me to go back and learn. But like WoW, it's a game that like the lore's there, but it's only like heavy if you want to go back and look at it.
Yeah.
And those kind of the way the lore is addressed in those types of games are really good. But I don't know. Still, it's what you're talking about isn't so much lore as much as it is like the story itself, like the plot itself.
I know, but it's still like I couldn't. It felt like I couldn't play the game because of it.
I mean, it's still kind of like.
It's like
I don't know. Like I said, it's a difference between being forced to look into the lore and
like
being
you never
forced
beat
to
Halo
look at
1,
the plot.
right? You never beat Halo 1,
Not all the way through. I can see what you're saying when you
but
bring up
you
that.
played 2, right?
Yeah.
You didn't need to go back and play 1. You were like, this is fun.
Yeah.
This is really fun. Killzone was not like that.
I get it.
That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like, there's still some things like I don't understand, but I can pick up on what's going on.
Yeah.
Killzone, no idea what the fuck was going on.
I can see that.
No idea.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How big was Lost Odyssey? Like, how popular was it?
It's not. I wouldn't put it as big as the games that we're talking about, as far as like Zelda.
It's
Gears of
really
War.
good though, and
don't
it's one
like
of the
it.
highest. Oh god damn!
Oh,
it's,
he
Do you
doesn't
remember
like it.
you tried it? You let me borrow it, and I was
Yeah.
like, I can't do this.
It's one of the
anymore.
highest rated Xbox 360 games.
I didn't like it.
It was, it. Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from. You don't even have to explain it. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that.
Like, I don't. I got to like disc 2. I think I got a good ways in there, like disc 2 or disc 3, and I was just like, I don't like this anymore. I don't want to play it.
Fuck your computer.
But yeah, I totally.
Yep.
It's a long game.
It wasn't even that. I honestly don't know
haven't
what it was.
finished it.
It was just.
I'm on disc 4 at the final boss. Like if I
Fuck me. No.
what?
That disc 4.
Yeah, 4 discs. Well, it's because the Xbox couldn't handle the 360.
How much?
Use the
How many
CD.
hours per disc?
Oh gosh.
I'd say about 15.
15 hours per disc.
That would be like 60.
Okay.
It'd be
Okay.
it's a normal RPG.
Okay, because I was thinking like 4 discs. Fuck, nope. That's.
But I
nope,
mean,
nope,
but
nope,
when
nope.
you think about it, like
That's
the
Final Fantasy bullshit right
PS3.
there.
Well, no. Final Fantasy 13 was 3 discs on the 360.
Mhm.
It was 1 on the PlayStation 3 because PS3 used Blu-ray and Xbox uses the
Yeah.
DVD-R. Yeah.
No, I'm just talking about. I don't like super long campaigns like that.
It.
Like if it's 60 hours, that's a different story. When you said 4 discs, I was immediately like 200 hours.
Well, I mean, there's all the side quests that you can do that can make it like that long, but I'd say about like main game about 60 hours.
It wasn't even honestly. It wasn't the length of the game that just made me stop. It was just the game
trying.
itself, and it's just like I don't enjoy this game anymore.
Yeah.
It wasn't time or anything. It was just the game. I'm like, I don't like it.
Main character's pretty boring. Kaim is boring as fuck.
Gosh.
Until you learn about his past later on in the game and all the story stuff, like all his memories. Then he becomes a super awesome character, but it's just at the beginning he's like, oh my
I think
God.
the only thing I remember, like, is one of his memories about having some guy make his shoes.
Yeah, like,
And he's like, this guy is blind now. I've been the same age. This guy started as like a kid, is now really old, blind, still knows me, and will make shoes for me. Or, no, polish his shoes. He only makes one pair of shoes for a person, because his shoes last a lifetime.
what a badass.
I'm hooked. I want to play right now.
Yeah.
Get to the shoes.
Fucking shoes and polishing shoes. That was like my dream.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
the only thing I remember from that game, really.
Actually, speaking
was
of like
so bad.
hooks for games, tell me if you would not play this. Because there was a thing on Facebook for bundle. It was like, you can win Goat Simulator, Train Simulator, Truck Simulator, and all the DLC, like for all these simulator games. If you come up with an idea for your own simulator, and you post it in the comments,
House Builder Simulator.
hold on. Tell me you would not play this. Deli Simulator. you have to, like, working at the deli at, like, Walmart, you would have to learn the correct temperature to store meats and cheese. You would have to learn how to use the meat slicer at certain, like, angles and shit. You'd have to make, like, know the recipes to make, like, what the people want. Then you'd have to serve customers.
AKA my job.
Yeah. like, would you not get that?
No, I wouldn't.
I think that'd be fucking great.
The only thing I don't have to deal with that you listed there, I don't have to know what temperatures to store meat at, because what we get is, like, all stored at the same temperature, because it's fine.
I mean,
but I know what fucking each kind of meat has
I hope
a different
I win.
slicing.
I think that's a good idea.
Each kind of meat
Is
has
that
a
what
different
you posted?
slicing.
Yeah, it is. I fucking posted
Measurement.
it.
Each different sandwich is a different recipe. I know how to make the tuna salad now. It's very simple. It's that you just described my job. Thank you. I'd buy that game. I'd play it. I'd be like a trucker buying Truck Simulator, which I'm sure has happened before, but
See?
really.
Deli worker simulator. You'd have to deal with customers and everything else, like knowing the correct temperatures to store meat and stuff. I totally did. I want to win this thing.
Dude, I want to
Isn't that
get
just
Goat
like
Simulator.
dining-
I want to get that
Diner
so bad.
Dash?
Oh man, look, top comments. Boom, I'm still right there.
Isn't that like Diner Dash?
What?
Simulator.
We got it.
God
My
damn
immediate
it.
reaction was going to be my immediate reaction was going to be Bill Gates
Masturbation simulator.
Oh my god.
Carrying glass simulator.
Bill Gates Simulator.
Prison simulator with 20% more anal than most simulators.
Oh my
God
god.
damn.
Anyway,
I think that.
I think that.
Was that everything?
Any
Yeah.
closing thoughts?
I believe the closing thought that should kind of be implied with all this, but it is good to spell it out, is that all these games, even though if we have chat on them, like whatever you like. Like,
Yeah. It doesn't matter what other people like and don't like.
I just explained in like
I like
in
Too
like
Human. You guys don't.
I
You
just
guys like games that I don't.
I spent like 5 minutes explaining to a guy who hates all Call of Duty games why I like the second and what a lot of people argue is the worst Call of Duty game, and I got him to at least admit that I had a point. And it's that's the thing, you don't have to argue your points, because like what you like and whatever.
Don't let people tell you what to like and what not to like.
Yeah, because
Enjoy the games you play, and
yep,
that's why you have them.
that's why games are games, because you get to play them, and it doesn't matter if other people don't.
Hell yeah, Brad. That's a hell of a way to end the video. As always, it's been Chase
Brad
And Chad.
with oh my god. Way to fuck up the ending, Chase, with unauthorized access. Thanks again for watching.
Signing off.
Bye.